Well, hi, guys, and welcome back to the Dog Days podcast. My name is Pamela Chandler, and to my right, I have
Noelle.
And to my left,
Rachel.
And Sid is in the room. Hi, Sid. Yay. Last time, what was it, 2 podcasts ago, we finished, you guys, and she came walking in with a giant dead squirrel in her mouth.
Oh, my God.
Pam and I just ran.
We ran.
Yeah, and
we did.
I'm left in the barn going, what the hell is going on here?
Noelle handled it.
What's happening?
Oh, my God.
I was like, bye.
Yeah.
She put on the bite gloves and she picked. I told her drop it, and she dropped it. It was good. So she's
Sid,
over
not
there.
me.
She's over there pouting today because we locked her in with us. No more dead animals, please.
Yeah.
So last time we were with you guys, we had an awesome guest on the show. Bit of a heavy topic, talking about the rattlesnake. We threw a lot of good information at you. So we thought today we'd lighten it up just a tad. Yes. Thank you. Everybody's really happy to hear that. I love that. That's so funny. So we're going to talk a little bit about what does it mean to be a dog trainer, and I'm going to kind of ask these guys some questions. I've been doing this for quite some time now. I don't know, close to 20 years.
Really?
Close to 20 years. Yeah,
She started when she was 12.
That's right. Thank you, Noelle. I love you. She's been paid. I'll pay you later.
Yeah, I got it.
She got it. We'll give little bios on ourselves. We've kind of done that in the past, but it kind of helps to start off that way, so you kind of hear the perspective from where we are all coming from, and then we're going to be giving you some good stories and just kind of our feeling on certain things that we come across as dog trainers. So I think it's going to be a really fun one. So we're super happy to have you guys here. I also want to throw out there, I listen to a lot of podcasts and I watch a lot of podcasts on YouTube, and the one thing that I really wanted to point out that we're doing here that might be a touch different is we're more like an edutainment. Education and entertainment. Because I've listened to other podcasts where they're talking about dog training or animals in general. And, first of all, we can't tell you how to train your dog on a podcast, but we can give you lots of information so you understand that dog better, and pairing it with some funny stories and staying nice and lighthearted around here. I mean, that's what we are really going for.
It's what we enjoy doing.
It's what we enjoy so much. And, you don't have to be a dog lover to enjoy this podcast. You just have to be a podcast lover, right? Because we are here doing our best to edutain you. Oh, is that a real word?
It is now.
It is now.
If not,
there we go.
It's yours.
It's mine.
Get a patent
Edutainment.
on it.
One of many of the Pamisms.
There are some Pamisms out there. It's true. Yes. Those may come up in the podcast.
I think they might.
Yeah, you guys just go ahead and throw them out there. I can't think of any.
Of course she can.
Okay, so we're going to start. Let's do just a little bio, okay? I'll start first. My background was in corporate sales. I got a bachelor's degree from Central Michigan University, quickly moved into sales, worked in global sales for MCI, AT&T, Comcast, some big companies. And I loved it. I loved being in sales. I loved talking in front of people. When my children were born, I stayed home with them and started losing my mind. Just a little bit. They were born like back to back. So I started volunteering at the local shelter and really saw the need and saw the problems that faced our dog community out there. And I quickly got involved in rescue. I sat on the board of a rescue group for many, many years. I was kind of the one doing the meet and greets. I was kind of the one going into homes and helping people help their dogs acclimate. So it slowly moved into a dog training career. It's funny because the one thing I said at that point was I was filling it in an animal hospital, and once in a while I would do doggy daycare. And I said, I will never do this. Those are my famous last words.
Famous.
I will never do this. And that's because I would be a backup in a yard with a bunch of dogs I didn't know. And they'd be bringing more dogs in that I didn't know. And it was like, what am I going to do if something throws down? So it was very stressful. Now, Rachel, Noelle, and I all work at a place called Wolf Academy, and there is doggy daycare, but we do it very differently. These dogs we know, we don't do drop-off daycare. Right. So I can kind of, get over that hump a little bit. But it all segued into a training career for me that started off as just me as a private trainer, bringing in new leads. My life in the rescue world had my name out there, and I was super blessed. I was super blessed to be able to do that. So a lot more information than you probably need, but it helps, I think, for this episode. So Rachel, why don't you give a little background? Because yours is a little bit different. You've got some neat experience behind you.
Yes, I started working at a daycare when I was 18, just like a daycare in Serrano Valley. And it was similar to kind of what you experienced. You just drop off your dogs whenever you want. They'd have like up to 100 dogs in the yard.
Oh my God.
But I loved it because I had a golden retriever and she was like my entire world. And then we lost her and I was like, I need to be around more dogs. Like she was like my pride and joy. So started working there for a while and then it just kind of overwhelmed me a little bit, kind of similar to you. Like
stressful.
I was like, holy moly. Like, and it happened, you know, you put 100 dogs in a yard.
It's going to be
They're
a fight.
probably going to throw down. Yeah. And you're going to have about 30 other dogs joining in. So it was very stressful, but I learned a lot. So then I went to Wolfingham Palace, which is what it originally was. Loved it. And then you guys bought it.
Yay.
And I was like, I had heard so much about you. So I was like, I want to stay because I had wanted to go into training. Being in a yard of 100 dogs, I was like, I want to figure out why they're acting the way that they are.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, what is wrong with them? Like, why did you just do that to that dog for no reason?
Holy cow.
So it kind of sparked the interest. So, you know, when you bought it, I was like, I have to do this. Like, I have to get into it. And I have just absolutely loved it since. I've been training
So
for
great.
like 4 years, I think.
More than that.
5 years. I don't know. Since you guys bought it, 5 years.
Six years. Yeah. It'll be 6 years.
6 years. Holy
this month.
moly.
Yeah. It's 6 years this month.
Yeah, because
July.
Olive is 5. And that's
And she started then. And Rachel was just gold to us, you guys. That's what I tell people. Just absolute gold, you know. And at that point, you seemed a little disgruntled, not sure where you wanted to go. You wanted to train, but it wasn't a big training place at that time. And I was like, please don't go. Please don't go. We'll do this, I promise.
we beg you.
And she trusted me, and here we are.
Yay.
Noelle, your story is really cool. Very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
I'm the newest of the team here to dog training formally.
Only at this table.
It's true,
Right?
Very true. We've got some new people coming in who we adore
Yes.
on the team. So let's see. I worked in the life science industry, corporate life sciences, and I was an applications person. So I helped people automate their science, basically. Loved it. It was an amazing career. I learned a ton. My degrees, actually, I have 2 degrees. I have one in biology and another in dance. That's a whole other story.
That's fun.
We have some dance music here, don't we? Somewhere.
Ooh.
There you go. Come on, Noelle. Let's see your moves.
Okay, that's enough of
All
that.
right.
Anyway, let's see. So I was very, very ready to retire. I have always loved dogs. In fact, I had people, friends of mine, say, "You really need to follow your heart, follow your passion." Because every time a dog, like we'd be out for lunch, and a dog would go by, and I would
Stare at the dog.
yeah, exactly. Oh, did you see that dog? Yes, Noelle, we saw the dog.
It's the bug.
So anyway, I finally convinced Mike, my husband, that we were going to get a puppy because I've had dogs and didn't have one since I was married to Mike. We got Olive and took Olive to a pack walk, which is what Pam does every Sunday. We've talked a lot about pack walks, and a couple of just really cool things happened there. And I think, as luck would have it, timing ended up where Pam was looking to do a certification program. I am one of those people that I kind of want to have a little bit of formal training before I just dive into something. And so, you were starting the certification program. I thought, aha, this is my in. And I was really ready to get out of the corporate lifestyle and industry. And so I said, pick me.
Guinea pig.
Pick me.
We'll call her the guinea
I'm
pig.
the guinea pig.
She took the program. You were the guinea pig too. You both took the program and we worked out the bugs.
Yeah. So here we are. And,
Amazing.
Loving it.
Loving
every
it.
single minute.
And lucky me to have these guys on my team. We've got
lucky
5
us.
trainers at this point at Wolf Academy doing dog training. So did you guys have dogs as kids?
Well, not as kids, more
Not
as,
as kids.
an adolescent, as a teenager.
Teenager, your parents got a dog. What kind of dog?
A Cairn Terrier.
Oh, they're cool. Didn't you have Weimaraners too?
I had a Weimer. That was as an adult. Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Trinka was my, she ran marathons with me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Trinka was probably a happy girl.
Oh, she was an amazing dog.
So cool.
Such a
Rachel,
good
did
dog.
you guys have dogs? Was that the Golden Retriever?
Just the golden retriever. I begged my parents, played soccer, won her playing soccer. My dad promised.
You
and
won her?
I met the expectation. He
Oh
was
my
like, if you
gosh.
score four goals in this tournament, I'll get you a puppy.
Shut up.
Oh,
That's
my
awesome.
Scored 5.
There you
And
go.
he
That's
had to get
Rachel
me a
for you.
puppy.
I'll score him, what, 4? Pfft. I'll score 5.
I'll see your
Watch
4 and
this.
raise you a golden retriever, buddy.
Ah, there we go.
But no, so yeah, just the golden retriever, and
Cool.
that was it.
Cool. We had Dobermans, and I'll never forget my first dog. I was 5 years old, and my dad brought this dog home, and her name was Tasha, and she was living in a house with one of his friends with a couple of other Dobermans that were picking on her. So my dad, he may or may not have been at the bar that day, brought Tasha home, and they woke us up, and we came down. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. My first dog, that was Tasha. Yeah, and we always had Dobermans. We always had 1, sometimes 2 in the house. So it was pretty cool. We had one named Bruno. He was a nightmare. That dog would like jump through windows and screens, and he was crazy.
Is he the one that chased that would bring home the pizza?
That was Tasha. No,
that was
Tasha brought the pizza
Smart
pizza
dog.
home. Mhm.
Love her.
Yeah, they're
Feeding the
very
family.
smart dogs. My brother still has Dobermans. Like he stuck with the breed, and they're very smart dogs. We
Yeah.
don't see as many around here.
No, that's true. Although I feel like that's another one where we get them in bunches.
Yeah, they come
Yeah.
in waves,
Yeah.
and then they kind of go.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, breeds.
They're great
breeds come and
dogs.
go. They come and go.
Great
Okay, so what we're going to do here today is I'm going to kind of ask these guys some questions because they've got great perspective, which is so different from mine, and great stories about the things that they've learned along the way. And here comes our edutainment. Okay, now I'm just going to keep saying that word right up there with piloerection. I haven't said that in a while.
We
So I had to say
We
it.
were overdue.
Yeah,
we
I had
were
to say
definitely
it.
overdue.
Sid's snoring. She's bored with me. She's like, all right, enough already. Okay, so Rachel. No, this is Noelle's question. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
What got you into dog training? Was there a specific dog or moment that pulled you in? I know you talked a little bit about Olive.
I did, and in fact, there are probably 2 moments. They both happened on pack walks,
Okay.
and it was with Olive. The first was there was a German Shepherd that would come to the pack walks religiously, and for whatever reason, the German Shepherd didn't like Olive, and Olive didn't like the German Shepherd. And the owner and I were like, hey, and then the dogs would go, ah, and we'd go, okay.
Bye.
I'm guessing what I did.
Sorry. Yeah. And so, yeah, exactly. And so there was one day where Pam said, all right, the 2 of you, you do this thing where you pair the dogs up. You start out single file, but then you round a corner and you pair the dogs up, and they walk on the outside of the humans for the first couple minutes, and then Pam tells you all switch. So they are right next to each other walking along, and that's pack walk style.
Yep.
Pack walk style.
Yes. We
That's
should
our
play this
pack
music at
walk
the pack
style.
walk.
I know.
I've often thought maybe more like circus music.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's it.
That's it. I should put that on one
We
of the
should find
buttons.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we are walking along, Olive and the German Shepherd, and they're
fine.
perfect. Like perfect. Now, another thing happened though, because at the end of the pack walk, we then do dog to dog approach, right? Where we have a pylon in the middle, and both of the dogs who you've been partnered with walk up on the cone, and they have to sit there. And so it's a very different feeling, right? And they're coming right at one another. And so what happened, which you kind of know what's going to happen, right? We're approaching each other, and Olive loses her ever-loving mind. Well, but the funny thing was, it was like an instinct of mine to just, everything that Pam had taught us about turn into your dog and get him the heck out of the space. And that's exactly what I did. I just went, boom, out we went. And Olive was like, oh, okay, got it. Did it again. Nothing
was fine.
happened.
Yeah.
Right? And so, and I stopped a little bit farther back the next time too. That probably also helped.
Yeah. Base is good. Threshold is good.
Yeah. So it was this thing that kind of kicked in that said, man, I get this. And when it's your own dog, you kind of feel like, okay, I can practice on you a little
I
bit.
got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
it was really cool. And then the second thing was listening to, and we'll get into I don't know if we're going to go into philosophies or not, but one of the things that you and I were talking about, because you do different things with different dogs. And as I would get placed in different places in the pack, I would hear you talk with other people. And the same situation would come up, right? My dog's reactive, or, God, they're just pulling on the leash. And it was a different answer every time, pretty much every time. And so I just kept listening. And at one point, I asked you about it, and you said, well, it's all a conversation. It's kind of a negotiation that you have with the dog, and you figure out what the motivation is, what what's going to work? What's the tool that's going to work? And that to me was where I went, okay, I like this.
Yeah. The dog and the owner.
Yeah.
You
What's
know?
going to work for the owner?
What's going to work for the owner?
And it's all a conversation with both.
Right.
And that was just it was like okay.
Light bulb moment.
Yeah.
The pack walks are pretty magical.
Oh.
You know, and I've recommended it to dog trainers across the country that will reach out and go, what is this? Like they'll see it and they'll slide up on my Instagram. Is that how you say it? Slide up.
Yep.
Which makes no sense.
Slide up.
You're not sliding up. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Anyways,
Yeah.
they message me and they say, what is this? I say, it's pack walk and you should be doing it. You
Yeah.
have to permit with the city that you're in. I permit with the city of Encinitas and I have my space and my time, but there's a lot of space there and a lot of people are nervous to come. And I say, just trust me. If it doesn't work, you can take them home, right? What do you have to lose? And quite often the dog will really surprise you. And a lot of what you're seeing there, Noelle, is me just watching. You know, over the years, one thing I've really learned, watch the owner, watch the dog,
Okay.
talk to the owner. You guys start to know some of these leading questions that you ask so you can get a feel for what are they comfortable with here? What are they not comfortable with here? What's their relationship with the dog? How do the leash skills look, which we will get into because that leash is a direct communication to your dog. You know, this weekend it was arms in the air, super tight leash. And so your dog is feeling all of that and she's reacting. And you drop it and the dog looks back and goes, what just happened? So there's so much that happens there, you know, and it's been great for me because I get to be around. I mean, yesterday, if I have 2 walks, I've got like 20 dogs at each walk. So that's 40 dogs on a Sunday morning with their owners, you know, and I've got eyes in the back of my head. So the pack walk is pretty magical.
It's an amazing
cool.
thing.
It's cool. So Rachel's going to get the hard question. What's your training philosophy? In a sentence or two. And when we do...
No pressure.
No pressure. Just a sentence
I
or
could do it
two.
in like 5 words.
She could because we do elevator speeches.
Yes, we do.
We do elevator speeches. So if you were to run into somebody in the elevator and they said, tell me your training philosophy, you want to be ready for it. So I put you on the spot. She's so good at this, though.
Fine with me. It's funny. It's kind of building off of what you guys just said. Train the dog that you have in front of you. I mean, I think it's probably changed since I started training. And I think this is the most important one. Train the dog you have in front of you, build your relationship and your bond with your dog, and then you can start your training.
Yeah.
If you have no relationship with your dog, there's nothing there. There's no respect. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You're not
What
going to
are you
listen to a
doing?
teacher that you don't respect.
So I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
I
That's
love
gotta be
that.
it.
Train
Me
the dog
too.
that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
That's great. There's another saying that you guys, I think we have at Woof, be the person your dog wants you to be. Or be the person
Your dog thinks you
your
are.
dog thinks you are. Be the person your dog thinks you are.
Yeah.
Right? So if you think about that, who does my dog think I am?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that foundational relationship is so important. And every dog that comes into Woof Academy, we're starting with that foundation. All the group classes, all the day training, all the private, the pack walks, same thing. I'm feeling out what's the relationship here. Private training, you go into someone's home. We ask a ton of questions, right? Because we need to know what's the relationship, the dog and the human. If the dog is disrespecting you, don't take it personally. It's just what they've seen.
Yeah.
You know, this person, something happens, the human's not addressing the situation, so I will, right? So they step out in front of you, and when they do that, they go, oh, well, nope. I'm in charge, not you, and they don't hear the owner anymore. So turning that around and nuancing it is really fun for us. It's really fun. Yeah, that's great. So these are fun. I like this. So you both are probably going to have some different answers here, and I'm probably going to have some myself. What's the most common mistake you see new dog owners make? And we said new dog owners, but just dog owners in general. What's the most common mistake you guys see?
I've got one.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the most common mistake. It's the thing that,
It's glaring out at you.
oh my God, I wish we had a prop. It's taking the leash, putting the loop over your hand, and then
Tightening it up.
And then you did it at the pack walk, and then you hold your
And
arms
you
up
hold
like
your
this.
arms up. Yeah.
No, so hold the leash, hold the loop of the leash, and drop your arm.
Yes.
Right.
Give that dog space.
Give the dog space. You'll find you have a heck of a lot more control that way too. I know people wrap their leash around their arms because, God forbid, they should drop the leash.
Right.
Well, there are times when, and we've talked about that, and I don't even want to go down that route, but there are times when you need to drop the leash. But even if you don't drop that leash, you are going to have way more control. Can I tell my story?
Yes.
Okay.
Please tell your story.
Okay.
This is a great one.
And we've told the story on the podcast before, but I never told it quite from this
I probably
perspective.
told the story.
Oh God,
We should hear it from your perspective.
This was early in my training career. God, I love this dog. Anyway, reactive dog was getting chased by another dog that was off leash. I was not quite ready, and we were near a hill in the park, so I got taken down hard by this dog. But thank God I did not have the leash wrapped around my hand or my wrist. I did have a very firm and probably at this point white-knuckled grip on the leash, but I did not let go of the leash. And so I had control.
Right.
And I was able to steer my way down the hill on my knees. But still, I still had control and was able to get back up and be able to control the situation a little bit better. Had that leash been wrapped around my arm, oh my God, God only knows what would have happened to my shoulder, what would have happened to the dog.
Shoulder, elbow, wrist.
All of that stuff.
Yep.
So,
And then they've got the control. They're just pulling you.
that's right.
Yep.
But having that, and I can still picture it. I can still feel it if I'm not letting go of this leash. But I had control, and I could use my other hand to get things a little more
She took a tumble.
manageable. I did.
You were so good, though.
Ay.
And that, like the next day, didn't someone grab your ponytail and take you down?
Yes.
You had a rough week that week.
I think it might have been a week or two later, but yes.
Rachel, do you have any you want to share? The most common mistake you see? Think like group class. What do you see?
That's a tough one. I see a lot.
I've got one. You want me to jump in while you're thinking about it? So this is one of the most common mistakes I see, and I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this, is over-affectioning your dogs, worrying about your dogs.
That is
I was
such a
going
good
to
one.
say coddling your dog.
Coddling your dog.
It is such a good one.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So
I mean, not an actual good one, but it's one that most people
do. Thank God, right? Like it's better than what the other end of the spectrum might look like.
You're right.
And I kiss my dogs on the head and say goodnight to them every night.
I do too.
Every single night. I adore my dogs. I play with them. I give them affection. But you have to be careful with this. You can't over worry about your dogs.
Yeah.
They feel things from you and they're assessing you. They're watching everything that you do, and it can really, you need the relationship with your dog that you're the one who's the leader, not them. And that's how you get them to listen to you. And that doesn't mean coming in with force.
No.
That means being a true leader and not overdoing it, not over coddling and not over worrying and not hugging them when they're reacting to another dog. Redirect them, show them what you want them to do.
Right.
So we see a lot of over coddling, and it's really hard when you have a terrified dog. Yeah. My natural instinct with a nervous dog is to approach slowly, of course, because nervous dogs you don't know what they're going to do. They're really inconsistent with their behavior. But I almost will be a little more playful with them than affectionate. I'm not going to sit down and hug them and tell them that it's okay because they don't understand what I'm saying. They don't understand it.
And we've said this so many times. You could be rewarding the fact that they're fearful.
The fear.
And,
you're telling them it's okay.
It's okay to do that.
way, and it's not.
It's
You want
not.
them to work
Do this
through it.
instead.
And you can do slow pets and sit next to them, but don't glom on like that. I think I told the story in the rescue. We had this dog and she'd lost her back legs and we got a little chair made for her. And we had this one volunteer who was wonderful. She was wonderful, but she was on vacation. And we got this dog out and everybody was so excited. We got her using the cart. We're like, way to go. And we're cheering her on and she's happy and she's going on walks. He came back and he laid in her kennel with her because he felt so sad for her. And she wouldn't come out of that kennel. And everyone was calling me like, Pam, I don't know what happened here. So we had to really take a step back and look on the cameras. We're like, well, this is what happened. He told her something was wrong, right? So you do have to be careful with that, guys. And I'm not saying don't love your dogs. Just really assess the situation. If you've got some sort of behavior, emotion popping up, don't reward it by coddling.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a big one for me.
They're so much more resilient than we give them credit for. And they don't have all of the drama that we as humans tend to put on them.
They don't. Yeah. We can easily create that.
Yeah, we can.
Right?
Indeed.
Was that the one you were going to say, or do you have another one?
No,
It's a pretty good one, huh?
That's one
It
of
is.
them. Yeah, I mean that's a huge one.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before. Your dog affection for your dogs on their priority list is actually not at the top. But giving them that guidance and giving them a job and giving them something to do and letting them fulfill that is more for them right? So instead of coddling and, oh, my baby, feel out the dog that you have. And like you said, you can't come in too harsh, but you also can't coddle your 95-pound Rottweiler.
Right. Like I do.
Don't tell me.
You know, there's a saying that someone said to me very early on, somebody I mentored under, dogs do what's in their best behavior. So if what's in their best behavior is laying on your lap and getting pet, well, then yes, they enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
But they're not doing it for you. They're doing it for them. Now, service animals are trained to do different things, right? But your everyday pet, like Roman, all he cares about is food. He doesn't care about me. Let's be honest.
It's true.
He follows me around because I feed him. He follows me around because I
You're the
bathe him and I
food
walk
lady.
him and I pick up his poop and, you know,
And
I
you're
keep his
there.
sister from killing him. He follows me around because I help him.
Yeah.
Right.
You guide him, you lead him.
Right, right. And that can be kind of a tricky concept for people. And I totally get that. But we're here to help. So you're in good company because we love our dogs too and we totally understand it. But you just want to be careful with it.
Yes, indeed.
Just want to be careful with it. Okay. If someone has, I'm going to give this one to you, Rachel. If someone has 10 minutes a day to train, what should they spend that 10 minutes on? Like, what would you say, basic training wise in the home? What would it be?
In the home,
Yeah. I'd say in the home.
I do basic obedience multiple times a day. And when I say basic obedience, it doesn't just mean basic commands. I'm saying I'm stringing together multiple commands and getting my dog to work for anything that they want.
Great.
So now I'm setting the expectation. You have to work for what you want.
Yes.
So
I
in
love
the
it.
home, that's probably the main thing that I do.
Can you give an example of what those commands might look like that you'd string together?
Yes. I will. My house, Kenai, is a little funky when people come in the house, so place command is super important. So I send them to place a few times a day, and we string together: sit, down, settle, up, stay, watch. You know, I walk away, touch, sit, down, watch, and then I give him a treat, right? So I'm getting that laser focus so that when the time comes, when I have guests over, I say, go to your place, sit down, settle, stay. He's like, okay, I can do that because we've done it 500 billion times.
And he
it's
trusts you.
Yeah.
Yes. And he loves it.
Yeah.
And he trusts the space, right?
Yeah.
He learns, okay, this is safe. I'm comfortable. We do this all the time. This is not, if I only do go to your place, sit down, settle, stay, when there's people over, he's like, why are you doing this now?
Right.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing this
Right.
any other
Has
time?
to be your daily routine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys saw it with Sid when I was starting. We do a scent work class out here now, and I was training Sid to put the roster together. And she goes and sits on those mats. She's on a mat right now because she went there and she got beef liver prior to sending her to do scent work. So now you guys come here and she's on that mat every time.
That's true.
And she's a quick learner. She likes to train. But that consistency during the day is huge. I love that. I love stringing together commands. I think that's brilliant. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort.
It does, and it's 10 minutes, you guys.
Yeah.
10 minutes. And it's not like we use the word command, which sounds very commanding, but it's engaging. It's talking to it's communicating with your dog and figuring out, okay, what's going to work. right?
Totally.
Cool.
Had this little long hair Frenchie on Friday. Was
A
it
long
in-home?
hair. Oh,
Long
God.
Oh my gosh. We'll have to put her picture up. She's the cutest thing ever. She rescued her. And they have this long hallway that leads to the front door that's all glass. So she lays in that hallway staring at the door and all day just waiting for a leaf to drop or the kids outside to play or Amazon to come. Good Lord, if Amazon comes, she loses her ever-loving mind
I do too. for heaven's sakes.
in a very different way.
Exactly.
So there was a lot we did with this in-home, but Mom said, oh my gosh, she just goes nuts. We need to move her out of that space. So during the day, I'm giving her games that remove her from that space over and over and over again. The kids come home. They like to give her treats. The games happen over here. Mom works right next to where she's laying, kind of like, because she's in the kitchen working on her laptop. So we moved Mom over. So the dog will move out of that space. And working those commands on the daily removed her from a guarding space, which changed the way she's thinking.
And with something to do,
Something to do.
like occupy their brain. Don't
Yeah.
just move them out of the space and expect them, oh, well, I'm just going to sit here now. No, engage their brain in that other space.
Totally.
right?
We
Okay.
did find it games in the new
Yeah.
space. We had randomly dropped like hidden treats in a spot. So she's moving over there and finding things.
Yeah.
And then any training they're doing is happening in that space too. So,
Super cool.
little things like that, like Rachel saying, stringing commands together. When a behavior comes up, those commands come in really handy.
Yep.
Especially a place command. My goodness.
Oh my God.
That's the best.
Best thing ever.
Okay, let's see. You ready, Noelle?
I don't know. Let's see. Rachel, be prepared.
Okay.
Oh, I like this one. How do you know when a behavior issue needs a trainer versus when it'll resolve on its own? Give that some thought.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You did not warn me about
I
this
didn't
one.
warn you about this one. I just
How
dropped
do you
that on you.
know when it needs a trainer? So, okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going back to my fundamentals here, and I would start to talk to the human, and then I would watch. I feel like a lot of it is going to have to do with what you feel like the human can and will manage.
Be able to do.
Yeah, be able to do. Now, that being said, I kind of feel like it's a slippery slope, right? Because if the human is just abdicating and saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do," then you need
gotta
help
go.
of a trainer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
get
They're
help of a
telling you
trainer.
that they
Yeah.
That's
can't
right.
handle
So
it.
that's okay.
I
So
have no idea what to do.
thanks, you guys. You're
Yes.
just trying to help me out
Yes.
here. Okay. So so I would have that conversation, and if you feel like they are just throwing their hands up, then let's do a little bit more talking. Let's talk about what the options are: day training, in home, pack walks. What's the right fit? But if you feel like the human is struggling, then I don't feel like a dog. Okay, here's my answer.
Got it.
If you let the dog train themselves, that's not going to go.
That's not going to
That's
go
not
well.
going to go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the
I think
behavior,
you deserve a round of applause on that one. She did it. It's kind of a tricky one, honestly.
I was gonna say I feel
Yeah.
like there's multiple answers.
Yeah.
Depending on the severity of it. If the dog is a danger,
yeah.
trainer,
Get on it.
step on in.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's not gonna resolve on its own.
No.
Yes.
They're a danger. But if it's like,
So I can tell you, I know I'm chomping at the bit here.
I know Pam's like, I'm ready.
I want this bubble going over my head. 333, 333.
Oh.
2 situations.
Okay.
Where I will tell people, let's not schedule the training yet, or let's give it a couple weeks. One would be a new rescue dog.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll talk to you on the phone. I'll help you through this. Because if I come tomorrow, I can guarantee you I'm coming back out again in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Now, if this is a dog, like you said, that has some aggression issues, or the owner has thrown their hands up and they're panicked and they're ready to take it back to the wherever, then for sure we're going to come out and help you. But if they're calling and saying, this is a new dog, so far things are going well, we're having a little trouble potty training, and you can feel out that mellow, okay, let's give it a little time.
Okay.
Happy to talk to you on the phone. I can send you a video that shows you like house training tips, and then let's get it scheduled when they're closer to that 3, 4, 6 week mark.
Got it.
Right? Because now we're going to start to see some stuff coming out, and it's time for the owner to say, okay, here are the rules of the house. Because prior to that, the dog is just getting comfortable in the home. They don't know it's their home yet.
Yeah.
So a rescue dog is a big one.
Okay.
That sometimes I will push it out. The other one is a very young puppy. Very young. We just brought an 8-week puppy home. Now, if the owner's going, we need you here yesterday, of course, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because we've never had a puppy before. But if it's a very young puppy, we've had puppies before. We talk through it on the phone.
And this is different than my other puppies, but
I think
Okay.
I've got it. What's your recommendation? I say 12 weeks.
okay.
Usually is what I say. Right. And I send them videos because we have videos they
But
can
that's
watch.
still, but I think too, that's still training
Sure.
and training.
Excuse me.
Training the human as
Yeah.
much as the dog.
Totally.
Okay.
No, absolutely. But you're waiting for stuff to happen that isn't anything that we can't undo. Let's wait. This rescue dog, let's wait and see.
Well, and let's see what their personality is.
Right.
Right. Let's
Yeah.
see as they adjust, whether it's a puppy or an adult.
Yeah. Are they going to test you? Are they going to
Yeah.
accept things? Are they shut down and we're still waiting for them to come out of their shell? We see a lot of shutdown dogs.
Yeah.
And there's no training that dog. Just let them decompress and get comfortable.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So here's another one. You guys ready? Let's see. I'm going to let you decide who wants to take this on. What's a behavioral problem people think is bad that's actually totally normal dog behavior? Now, that's not to say we can't change things, right? But people think there's something wrong. I love to say, for what it's worth, I see this all the time. It really helps people, realize, okay, my dog isn't totally broken. This isn't that unusual. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Do it.
Puppy mouthing. They're like, my puppy's really aggressive and they're
They
biting me.
bite.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, tell me a situation. What happened? Well, they ran up to me and they started barking at me and they started play bowing and then they bit me. Wow.
How old is your puppy?
8 weeks old. Well,
So
they want to play with you because they're a puppy and they don't know how to play. So they use their mouth because that's how they play with
That's
other
what they
dogs.
do.
Yeah.
This one's a fun
fun
one
one.
because, yes, listen to us. We're evil. It's a fun one. You can see the puppy parents. They're all like, their
Oh my
forearms
God.
are all
Oh, gosh,
ripped
yeah.
up. I had a lady with a German Shepherd puppy years ago. I show up at the house and she's got her motorcycle boots on in the house because he's just grabbing her ankles. And the problem was it had gone off the rails because she panicked so much.
Yeah.
And he was like, game on.
Yeah.
This is
fun now.
fun. Yes. So you can easily make that a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's a good one. Do you have any you think of, Noelle?
Not yet.
Okay. If
go.
you do, let me know.
I will. I'll jump in.
What's something people are doing right now with their dog without realizing that it's undermining their training?
So I would go immediately back to the coddling thing.
Or overfeeding,
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, overtreating.
overtreating.
Oh, okay. And this is a tiny one, but I repeat it. I repeat what I'm you'll get it when I say the thing. Say the command one time.
Yes, that's
Don't
good.
repeat the command. Say it once. Give the dog a chance to think.
Yes.
It's like if somebody says to you, sit, 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 sit. You're like, God, shut up.
Stop.
And just give me a chance to think about it, and then I will sit.
That's good. Sometimes we'll even say, don't talk to him.
Did you just
Don't talk to him. Just stop your feet. Hold the pressure on the leash. Don't talk
Yeah.
to him. See what they do. And you see the dog kind of go, what? Oh, okay, I'll sit for you. Yes.
Yeah.
So you get them thinking instead of helping them so much. I use the analogy of, you know, if your kids, when my kids were in school and homework time, oh, shoot me now. Nothing worse. Nothing worse. You're like, Mom, I can't do it. You need to help me. Okay, well, you didn't try. So you try, right? You try for 10 minutes and then I'll come and help you. So it's the same thing with the dog. Like, don't go do their homework for them.
Yeah.
Let them think about it.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity to hear you say sit and then wait. Because otherwise you're training. I say sit 4 times before
That's
you do
right.
what I want you to do.
And you're getting them to think, which is so important. And it's so much more effective and so much more tiring for the dog, quite frankly, to
Totally.
use their brain
Yeah.
and try and figure it out because they want to do it. They want to figure out what it is that you want them to do. So
Well,
give 'em a
especially
chance
these
to
young
do it.
dogs, you know, you get them in class and you picture them, they're just scanning the yard and they're like, I like that one over there. I don't like that one over there. What was that bird that went by? Holy cow, what was that noise? They forget all about the owner. So it helps bring them back to you. You know, that's what we talk about in adolescent group, right? Is the owner, focus on the owner.
Focus on
We can't say, don't watch a bird fly by. We can't say, don't like that dog that's eyeballing you. What we can say is, pay attention to me, and all of that starts to fade, like into the periphery.
Yeah.
And it's a cool way to just redirect their brains.
Yeah. Love that one.
Do you have any you want to add there, Rachel? That was a good one.
Yeah.
What about-
Undermining.
how about treats? Over treating for everything.
I see it all the time. They're walking. They're like, look how well my dog looks. I'm like,
'Cause they've
but
got a
you
treat
have food right by your hip. I would do the same thing if you held an ice
If
cream
you held
cone
it right there, I'd be
I
right
wanna
next to
stay
you.
right there.
I would too.
And then guess what? When you don't have a treat, your dog's like, yeah,
Goodbye.
bye.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with you. I'm going to pull on a leash. You're going to fly a kite. And they don't behave. Or you tell them sit. And they're like,
Where's my treat?
Only if you give me the treat. Dogs do what's in their best interest.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep, that's a good one.
They are not dumb.
And we're not saying don't give treats. Just make sure they've earned it and have it be a true reward, not the only reason that they're doing
Right.
something.
Right. Or if
Or
it's a
fade it
new,
out.
if it's a
Or
new
fade it out.
command, it's something that helps them make that connection between you saying sit and their bottom going down.
Right.
And that's fair too. But like you both said, fade it out quickly.
Fade it
you
out.
have to.
By
Yeah.
stringing
In all
commands
the puppy
together.
classes, we say,
Oh my
we're
God.
going to start with treats, but you have to fade them out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're untraining your trained dog. You train them to sit, but now they're only going to do it with a treat.
Right.
You want them to do it no matter what.
And who's in charge of that relationship?
Yeah.
You can see the dog going,
No.
nope. What you going to give me?
I will make an admission. I still have to use a treat to get Olive in the car.
I think
What?
that's fair.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah. In the
A
garage.
lot of dogs don't like the car. Make it positive.
I call it now that I will pay the toll
Yeah.
to get her in the car. So when
Cheese
she's in the
tax.
garage, it's the liver tax in this
Yeah.
case. But yeah,
I think that's fair. It's
you?
very different than, spaces where you need your dog listening to you and they completely ignore you. Why not reward them for jumping in the car?
Yeah.
You know?
And it's usually just that she sits there and she looks at me and I up and okay, here's the toll. And then she gets right in.
Great. It's
That's
great.
so funny. I'm just like, my dogs are like, I could not open the door fast enough and they're like,
They love the
running
car.
through.
Have you ever had a dog that didn't like getting in the car?
No.
Roman and Shiv were my first ones. Yeah, I've
MJ
never had
doesn't
a
like
dog.
to didn't like, she's fine now, but she's not like Kenai is like, has hit the door many times.
Yeah.
But MJ has not always loved it because she got car sick as a puppy. So now she's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But even now, like she will get in the car, but she's like, ugh, if I have to. And she's like looking at me and like looking at the car and looking at me. I'm like, get in the car. And she's like, okay, I'll get in the car. But we did treat her for a little while. We'd give her a treat. So there was some kind of like positive association.
Totally.
But yeah, that's not my dog.
It's funny. Those three, so MJ is Shiver and Roman's littermate, my dog's littermate. And all three of them never liked the car. Roman got horribly car sick. It was the worst I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Olive did too.
Olive, oh my God.
So she had a negative association. So why not change it just to get her in? Shiver will jump up now because she follows what Queen and Sid do. Roman does the same thing. He's like, oh. But he'll get in now.
Yeah.
He won't jump though. He'll put his front paws up and I lift his back in.
It's a boost. He's a baby.
We have to negotiate the paws up.
you go.
The car's a tough one.
Okay.
Yeah,
The car is a tough
that's
one.
fair.
We had a dog, I think we talked about this, so I won't talk about it too long, where the owners did a ton of training with us and they were great, but they were using treats. They were pezzing out food for leash skills.
Oh, I know who you're, yep.
And they finally came to me. They did all the way up to Dog Meets World. They did our advanced classes. Dog was great. And they finally came to me and said, okay, we have a problem. We can't walk him unless we have a bag of hot dogs.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And that's no fun.
I know. And they
Like,
it
ew.
it was serious. Really?
Yeah. So we trained him. And remember, we took him out and he was picking up stuff off the ground because he was so used to having something in his mouth. Yeah. So we had to get really creative with him because they'd created this pattern with him and this habit. So yeah, be careful with your treats for sure. This one's really good. Are there breed specific quirks people consistently misunderstand? I mean, we've really touched on this one.
Oh yeah.
What do you see in the yard, Rachel? The yard's a good one for this. Like, think of like your herding dogs.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
The herders.
They're
That's
running
the-
and they're like nipping the ankles and they're like,
Yeah.
that dog is aggressive. I'm like, no, they're hurting
They're hurting.
all the other dogs because movement is
the trigger.
their trigger.
Yeah,
They
totally.
move and they're like, no, go this way. No, go this way. And they're not biting their ankles. They're either like doing like a little muzzle punch or like a very slight little nip because that's just instinctually what comes to them.
Yeah.
But they don't bite ankles. If they bite the ankle of a cow, they're going to get
They're going to get kicked.
Darn
in
right,
the
man.
face.
Yeah.
So they're very careful with what they do with
Smooth.
it. Yeah, but that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a really good one.
You know who was doing it out here on Saturday, Dog Meets Wilderness, was Zoe herded Hobie.
That's hilarious.
It was amazing.
That's so
Zoe's a cattle dog, and Hobie is he a golden doodle?
He's a golden
He's a
doodle.
golden doodle. And we had him all off leash. And we did the far trail out to the easement. And Zoe took off because she's done it so many times. And she'll take off and come back and take off and come back. And Hobie followed her and she was like, oh, no, you don't. And she turned around and nipped at him and chased him all the way back to us.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
It
to
was
see.
awesome.
Because the other thing that Zoe does is she'll go to the front and then she'll come back and she'll circle back around.
Yeah.
She did that. Yeah. And it's so cool to see. And
She's
looks
so
back,
neat.
makes sure everybody's there, and then off she goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
it's like
serious.
you can see the wheels
It
turning.
was so good for Hobie. It changed him completely because he's a little wild child.
Yeah, a little bit.
And he was following Zoe around like, okay, she's in charge.
And she is.
And she is. But it was great. I was telling them I was laughing so hard because I went ahead to make sure there were no rattlesnakes on the trail because now I know what to look for. And then I said, okay, you guys can let him go. And so Zoe went and I saw it. It was standing right there. It happened right in front of me.
Oh, that's so
I was like, wow, she just herded him all the way back to you guys. And he listened. He was like, okay,
I got it.
But some people, if they had seen that, they would have been like, "Oh, that dog is
right.
mean,
Yeah,
aggressive." And I'm like,
she nipped at him.
she's
No.
She made a little noise with it too. She was like, meh. And he immediately got it.
Well,
she's
good
been
for
like that.
Hobie
She's been
too,
like that
though.
though since she was a puppy.
Yeah.
She's always been a little vocal with how
Totally.
she felt.
She
And even in the
has.
puppy yard, people were like, "Is that dog aggressive?" I'm like,
No.
no, she's communicating.
She
She's
communicates. Yeah. She was very clear with us.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. But now
very
you
true.
can. And we respected her.
Darn right.
We didn't try to coddle her. We didn't get down and try to bribe her. We ignored her. We did what she wanted. And when she'd come over, she'd circle behind me and I would like pinch her in the butt, like playfully, and she'd run away. And she got so curious. And now she comes up to all of us.
Yep.
It's awesome.
But she doesn't do that to everybody.
No.
Because we respected her space. So that's actually a really good example too of don't coddle that dog, even though she's nervous and unsure. Don't try too hard.
No, and mom and dad are spot on with
They're
that.
so
they're
good.
Oh my
so
God.
They're so good.
Such amazing.
Yeah, they're
Good
so
humans.
good.
Good humans.
All right, are you guys ready? This is a great one. The harder, more honest stuff.
Uh-oh.
How do you handle a client who disagrees with your approach?
Call Pam.
Call Pam.
You both said it at the same time. And what do I say? I'm like, yeah. What's the phone number? Because
She does.
I
She's
do.
like, yes.
Because I love talking to people. I love educating people, and I've been doing this long enough that my imposter syndrome doesn't, it hasn't kicked in a while. It's a real thing, isn't it?
Oh, God.
It's a big thing with a lot of professions, but dog training for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's always something to learn. But I love to talk to people and I love to listen what they have to say. And I love to respect their ideas.
Yeah.
And say, perfect, let's do it your way, but we have to tweak this a little bit if you want it to work. So I love talking to people. You've gotten good at hard. They don't have to be hard
I was
conversations.
going to say, they don't have to be, they don't have to be bad.
They don't have
or
to be
hard
bad.
or difficult.
And I would say too, I mean, we were both sort of joking, right? About
Yeah.
call Pam. And I would certainly do that in the beginning. I'm less inclined to do.
You've gotten good at it.
I'm inclined to figure out, okay, what is it that you are objecting to? What part of this? Because at the end of the day, if they're objecting to what I'm saying, they're not going to do it.
Right.
So we got to figure something else out anyway, right? Because they're not going to do it.
Very good
But
point.
let's make sure that we're coming at this from the same angle and that we've at least, leveled the playing field so you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
And maybe then let's come together and figure out what's going to work for both of you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest complaint that I've heard from people who've gone to other dog trainers, and there's a lot of great dog trainers out there, but it generally has been that dog trainer didn't listen to what I said and made me feel stupid. Those are the words I hear. They made me feel stupid because that person kind of sucked it up and said, well, I'm not going to do this because I don't agree with this philosophy, and walked away and never came back, and their dog didn't get trained.
Yeah.
So if there's people disagree about things, that's just the way it is,
Absolutely.
and we're here to help. So if we need to work through the way somebody thinks about something, that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
So
And I think, like Noelle said, okay, if they're not comfortable with it, okay, let's try it your way. Get the owner to see, okay, the way I have in my brain didn't work. Maybe I should try to tweak it a little bit or try this different way. And then they see the result and they're like,
yeah,
I'll listen.
I'll listen. That happened yesterday at the pack walk. I had a mom-daughter with a pit bull that they're fostering, trying really hard to find a home for. A great dog, very much like Guava. Oh. Like came in pretty hot, but does that pit bull like a scream almost. And they had her on a back clip harness, and they couldn't walk this dog. She's just too strong. And so we talked about a prong, and daughter was all about it because she has a hurt hand, and she's, I can't walk this dog. Like, I'm going to end up getting hurt. You can see someone's going to get hurt, and she was so fired up. She was very friendly, but she wasn't ready to run up to another dog. So I had to make sure that didn't happen. So I showed her the Springer prong, and I said, do you want to give this a shot? It's either going to work or it's not. And they said, well, how do you know it's going to work? I said, she's going to stop pulling you. If she keeps pulling on it, I'll take it off of her immediately because I don't want her pulling on that. Right. Mom was very nervous about it, and daughter said, no, Mom, we have to do this. We can't not walk this dog. She's losing her mind. It was a slam dunk.
Oh, I love it.
Slam dunk. Now, when I put it on her, because it's a metal prong and the martingale piece is chain, the chain was loose on her, and it was making her kind of flinch, and that scared Mom. So I had to educate her on what was going on. I said, this collar isn't even touching her right now. It's the sound of the chain she doesn't like. So let's do this. Keep the leash loose, move the chain around a little bit, pat her on the head, tell her she's okay. Like, get her comfortable just hearing the sound of the chain.
Training the tool.
Training the tool. Yep. And then she walked the whole walk. Like, the prong was a slam dunk.
Sweet. That's so great.
And they were really happy about it. It doesn't always end up that way, right, Sid?
No.
Nope.
And I think this is it's a good time to bring up, I think people get these ideas of certain training ways, tools.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, I don't want that. Right.
Yeah.
Like the chain.
Oh, the throw chain.
Yeah.
Oh,
throw
gosh. That's on here.
chain.
What the heck?
Throw.
That was this was
Yeah.
the first
It's
time.
called the throw chain.
The throw
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
Oh my
Crazy.
God. Crazy.
Crazy.
Pam,
So this is something that was created in the 60s.
and I said it was actually created in the 1600s, like back in the. I mean, it sounds. It sounds.
Sounds terrible.
Oh my
The
God.
Vikings created this
I was
one.
gonna say it sounds like you're stoning someone.
It does.
So the throw chain concept is, a dog is doing unwanted behavior and you have this chain that's like a 6-inch long chain and you throw it near them, not at them, to startle them. So it's a startle effect.
Okay.
Right? Now, you can really screw this up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
if
this
you
is
accidentally hit them.
right. And this is the kind of
Or your
stuff.
timing's off.
Right. That makes me nutty because they take a perfectly good training philosophy, which is doing something to distract or interrupt a behavior,
Yeah.
and then completely blow it out of the water. And we're not talking about throwing a chain at your dog.
Right.
We're talking about going, "Shh,"
Right.
and then getting them to go do something else.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Or a counting cue, or
Yeah.
different ways to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
The chain's a little bit much.
Just a little
That's a little bit much.
Yeah.
There's another one when we talk about like kind of trends. There was a trainer I heard about, and this is definitely goes along with my personality. Maybe I should put it that way.
can't wait.
Where his
Can't
training
wait.
style is all about play. Because I play with my dogs a lot, and it's a great relationship when you're playing with your dogs.
Yeah. You both do that, actually.
You play with your dogs a lot too. Playing with your dogs is such a great thing, but it can't be the only thing.
No.
So, these trends that come and go, that get kind of extreme, finding a middle ground with stuff is so important.
But that's why I go back to that basic obedience foundation where a simple controlled sit and watch me
Yeah.
down, watch me up. Those simple things that, redirect to that communication where your dog will listen.
Keep it fun for him.
Yeah.
Add a little movement.
Yeah.
Some chasing. So our house, we have about half an acre, and the dogs go out there, and they've been barking at the fence lately because they're working on something back there. I don't know. And I'll call them, and sometimes they come, and sometimes they don't come right away. So I'll stomp my feet as if I'm running.
They're like,
Oh, they come flying. They come flying because we've played chase games.
Yeah.
Right? It gets them immediately when I just with my feet on the pavement, and they come flying in.
Yeah.
And they fall for it every time, which is
You kind
shocking.
of have to brace. Like I do that same thing with all, and then you have to brace because
Here they come.
Oh God.
Get
yeah.
out of the
Yeah,
way.
get the hell out of the way.
Someone ran into the heater. Like one of those heater. That's probably Roman. I'm sure it was Roman. He's a mess.
He's such a good dog.
But yeah, there are a lot of, don't go with anything that's a trend when it comes to dog training. No. You stick to your basic foundation, your relationship, your basic commands. And if you have a lot of problems, hire a trainer. You get them out in front of other dogs and people in the world, and you find a way to let them be a dog.
Indeed.
Really, really big. Okay, we'll end it on this one. Is there a trainer secret? Is there something that we know that pet owners don't know? I hear this a lot. Here, hand me the leash. Let me show you something. Well, of course, because you're a trainer, she's doing it for you. Well, that's not the only reason. She doesn't know I'm a trainer. That dog doesn't know who I am. She hasn't seen my resume. So what are trainers doing that are different than the owners? And there's a couple things, right? Just relationship alone. I'll tell people I have no relationship with your dog. You do. You're living with this dog. So they've already figured out what they can get away with you and what they can't. Right?
And that in and of itself is kind of a big deal.
It's
right?
a very big deal.
You're kind of a blank slate.
Yes.
And okay, I'm going to give you a chance. And if you come in with calm, clear guidance, I think.
Yeah. Communication, body language.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say just the way you carry yourself,
Structure.
as
Yep.
a trainer. You've just gone through it, so you know exactly what to do. You know what not to do.
Right.
So when you come in, it's just it's a presence.
Yeah.
honestly, and we say it about like Selena in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
She just has this presence where she walks in and the dogs are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's in charge."
She's in charge.
right, and she's done nothing.
No
She
humping,
just
guys.
walks in
Selena's
there.
in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She
It
just
goes around the
walks
yard.
No
very
eating poop.
quickly.
Yeah.
Selena's in the yard.
Yeah.
But when you grab the leash, because you have years of experience, you grab it and you're just calm, and they're like, oh, okay.
So they
good.
feel something, right? So, and that's such a good point when we're talking, especially about leash. The dog is feeling something very different from me than they're feeling from you right now. So mimic what I'm doing. I'm going to help you do that. It's a really good one. The other one, and this was that the long hair Frenchie on Friday who barks. Usually she said she'll bark 15 minutes when people come in the house.
Oh.
And she didn't bark at me at all. And so this one was pretty easy for me because I generally come into an in-home, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing. I don't reach for the dog. I don't get in their face. I honestly don't even look at them.
Yeah.
And I walk in and I talk to the owner, and she's sniffing me and she's circling me, and I still haven't engaged with the dog. I haven't even bent over to her. And I'm not making eye contact, right?
Big deal.
Big deal, because by the time I look down, she's staring at me. And so I blink my eyes and I move my head away. And that dog didn't bark at me.
No.
She didn't bark when I walked in the house. And she was like, oh, how do we get people? And I said, well, this is where you have to manage the humans. Now we can train the dog. We can give her something to do. We can get her out of this headspace. Tell people not to look at her.
Yeah. Ignore the dog.
Ignore
Act
the
like
dog.
She's not there.
Yes, exactly. Pretend like she's not there until I tell you you're good to go. Yeah. And she had a worker in the house, and he started coming and going, and she was like, she's not barking at him. Because we were playing a find it game. I go, she didn't even notice that he came in.
Yeah.
He's standing right here and she didn't notice. So it's her headspace. She's out of
So
it.
cool.
So it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool stuff. And it's so fun. And we love it. So if you guys have questions, please definitely reach out to us. I think this is such a cool topic.
I feel like we could do another one of these because
Yeah.
there are actually questions that I have that I want to ask the two of you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Next time.
Yeah.
No,
Do
no.
you want to ask one now?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm always ready.
Well, okay.
Let's do one each.
Okay. What is one thing? What's a situation where you would have done something sooner in the session than you did? Like something didn't quite end the way you wanted it to.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one. You and I have talked about this. One word, muzzle. Yeah. We never go to the muzzle soon enough.
Yep.
I shouldn't say never. It
Sometimes.
just, it gets overlooked.
I know. And it gets overlooked because it's got such a bad rap. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Rachel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like admitting my dog is a bad dog.
No.
Where keep everybody safe, put a muzzle on him.
And it doesn't mean that it's forever,
Right.
right? Like it means they're going to learn that I can't do this. And not only that, but the situation that I'm in where I feel like I need to do that is really not that scary.
Yeah.
Or it's not that charged.
Well, it
right?
helps you get comfortable too,
Yeah.
because you know this dog can't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
I had a lady last week who, they just brought home a rescue dog, and they're keeping the dog separated in the house because she has an older, like small dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, put a muzzle on him. And she goes, oh.
I can't do that.
And I get it. Like that's always the response.
That's it. And
Yeah.
that's why we are always so hesitant, because that's the response. Like 8 times out of 10. Very rarely do we have someone, oh, yeah, do it.
Good idea.
Absolutely.
The best is when they're like, oh, yeah, I just put one in my Amazon cart. Perfect.
Done.
I'm going to
Hit-
send you a
yeah,
sheet on desensitizing that muzzle so they can wear it.
That doesn't happen often, which is
It
why
does not.
it's not our first go-to, because
Right.
we just know it's like a e-collar.
Mm-hmm.
It's later down the list. One, so we can try other things, but
Sure.
2, because it's like, it's just got such a bad rap,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're going to be okay with it. And I'd rather spend my time doing something that they're okay with
Right.
before we try something that they might not be okay with.
Yeah.
But guess what? It works.
And more often than not, they go, oh, she doesn't even care.
Yeah.
She's wearing the muzzle, no problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you have to train the tool. It's
Yes.
you're not going to just throw it on them and expect them to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I look back, I go, oh, man, I got bit once. I mean, I've been bit a few times.
I got bit once, really?
Yeah.
Just once.
And I go, man, that dog should have been muzzled. Like I knew it coming in. I've walked into so many homes where I go, all right, well, let's just see what happens. How stupid is that?
It's not. It's not stupid.
We're not magicians. I'm not made of armor. Like put a muzzle the dog, hindsight. That's the conversation I need to have more often when it's a dog that's aggressive with
That
humans.
was my question.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah. There'll be more. Do you have any, Rachel?
No.
No.
I wasn't thinking of questions. I was just preparing myself for the
I
questions
know,
you're gonna
right?
ask me. I was
Well,
like,
that was when she said, "You guys have," and I was kind of jotting some down, and then I thought, Oh my gosh, no, don't ask me that now.
The pressure of Pam interviewing you guys.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it.
Let's end on this. What's your favorite part of being a dog trainer, and what's your maybe not so favorite part of being a dog trainer?
Not so favorite part is, unfortunately, the owners who just don't follow up. They don't follow through, and you've put in all this work, and you're like, because you know the dog can do it.
Yeah.
Seen the dog do
proven
it.
that the dog
I've
can
seen
do
them
it.
succeed.
Yeah.
And then something happens, or the owners are like, "Oh, they're not doing it." I'm like, "Are you doing it?"
Right.
No.
That's a hard
So
one.
I think that's the hardest part for me is I can't, but I've learned to accept that I can't force it. So if it doesn't happen, if I put in all, if I do the training and they're doing it and the owner doesn't follow through, I can bring, what is that saying? I can bring a horse to water, but I can't make him drink.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Yep.
So that's the hardest part for me though,
True.
because on the flip side, I love watching a dog thrive and succeed and do what the owner was like, there's no way they can do it. And I'm like, watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can do it. And it's so
cool.
amazing to see a dog like Guava
Mm-hmm.
who's shaking the van and you're like, holy guacamole, what are we getting into? And then it's like, boom, she's doing advanced life skills. She's doing Dog Meets World. She's doing all these classes. And you would have no idea that dog came in the way that she did.
She's so cute.
That is my favorite part. And watching the kids work with her and watching the owners do it.
The owners did it.
Guess
Oh
what?
my
The
gosh.
owners did every step
did
of the way
everything.
from the get-go. They adopted her. They said, here, we're going to get her in this, because this is the problem that she's having. And guess what? She doesn't have that problem anymore.
Nope, she doesn't. This dog yesterday, same thing. The pit bull at the pack walk that I put the prong on, same thing. I said, you guys, she can do this.
Yeah.
She's not aggressive. She's a pressure cooker. We need to calm her down. I
Yep.
told him about Guava because she's exactly like her.
Yeah.
that's
So
great.
that's my favorite part is
Love it.
seeing the flip side of my least favorite part, which is the owners not necessarily following through, or sometimes the dogs just, it's not clicking.
Yeah.
That happens.
Sure.
Like it's not, trainers are not like magicians. Like you
Right.
said, we can't force it. If the dog's not getting it, they're not getting it. We'll try 100 other ways to try to get it. But I love when the owners follow through and they see the results.
Do the work. Yeah, for sure. For sure. How about you, Noelle?
Well, I'm going to build on that one because one of the things that I love when everything's clicking and the dog, like, okay, you're not getting this one part. There is a depth to this just from a mental standpoint of trying to figure it out. Like it is not, you throw a prong collar on them, it's not a one size fits all. And I love that. It's very, it's problem solving and you've got to figure out what's going to work for that dog. So to your point, Rachel, that's the part of figuring those problems out and then seeing the success. Totally agree with you that on the flip side, the stuff I don't like is the
Frustration of it not working.
I'm not making the connection with the owner, and that's tough for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you guys. I think my favorite part is the puzzle of the dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the relationship and the owner. And, staying in that mindset of, I want to figure out this puzzle.
Yeah.
And education is such a big piece of that, explaining all the stuff you've learned, everything you know about the dog, what you see while you're right there. And the owner goes, that's what that means? I didn't know. I love that. I love educating people. I think probably the hardest part for me after all this time has just become boundaries. I have none.
That's true. That's true. No bound. I was like, hey, are you doing a pack walk this weekend on the 4th of July? And
Yep.
I was like, I already know the answer to this, but I'm just going to make sure so I can tell this person that you are doing a pack walk, even though it's a holiday.
It's already open. It's open. It's up there.
Probably full.
The boundaries.
We love her.
Because I love what I do. I love dogs. I love people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So boundaries are hard for me. This 2026 was my year, though. I have a few more boundaries.
Do you?
I don't know. We're trying.
God, that's
I would say
terrifying.
that you're getting
Better.
better.
I'm not as busy. Different busy.
I was like, I think
They're all making eyeballs at me.
busy.
Rachel.
I wouldn't say not busy, but you're taking more time for yourself.
I am taking more time for
okay.
myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little
and I'm
bits
not
here
as
and there.
back to back. I'm not as frenetic pace. I mean, I used to have them like back to back. So, but the boundaries are really hard when someone calls you and you go, I can help. I know I can
I
help.
want to help.
I really want to come right now, but I can't. I really want to come tomorrow, but I can't. I really want to come next week, shoot, but I can't. Like that's the hardest part for me. When I go, I know I can help you. I just can't get there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Good problem to have.
Indeed.
Definitely a good problem to have. Yeah. Cool. I love it. So welcome to edutainment.
Edutainment.
This is our edutainment podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
That's got to be the title.
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
A little bit of
gotta be in the
education,
Little
lots
bit
of
of
entertainment. Yes. And we
Stories.
love hearing from you guys. If you have questions about becoming a dog trainer, we have a program to become a dog trainer. We just had one. Cameron's almost there.
Yep.
She's got a couple more hours to go and she's certified. I mean, you guys they've done at this point thousands of hours, but to get the certification, I think it's like 250 hours and then 24 hours in group setting.
Oh, super.
Yeah. Yep. So very cool. There's an online course, then there's an in-person module, and we do seminars often, weekend seminars.
Yes, we do.
So if you guys have questions, hit us up. We've got lots of dog trainers surrounding us, and we'd love to hear from you. There it is. Noelle's mastered it. She's absolutely mastered it. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Nice work.
I'll be adding some new things.
New ones. We need some good ones. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. That was fun. And on that note, we're going to end it there, guys. This is Pam Chandler signing off from the Dog Days podcast.
And Noelle.
And Rachel, catch you next time.
Bye, guys.